Om. Remember chanting at the start of class, everybody? Welcome. We'll get started in today's express class in a heart opening pose, Anahatasana. This could be done with the upper arm bones on the floor near the elbow. Elbows are close to the head, hands together. Or you can use yoga blocks underneath your upper arm bones. And the idea is to have the pelvis right over the knees. So there's an emphasis on letting the heart melt down, letting the shoulders open up. And then once you've done that, explore using your exhale to connect with the core, drawing the front ribs in a little. And start to go deep into your breath, slowing the breath down. About 3 more deep, slow breaths. So really drop into your Ujjayi breathing. In this practice will have a bit more of a back-bending theme or frontline opening theme as a counterbalance for yesterday's practice. So to come out of this posture, it can be a little bit tricky. Reach your hands forward, slowly lift your chin, and then curling in from your core, bring your knees forward a little, and come off the blocks. And you can just set them off to the side, and we'll come into table position. Now, as you exhale, round your back, spread your shoulder blades. And as you inhale, let your shoulder blades come closer together. Let the heart melt down a little. And then continue with that action. These are scapula push-ups done in table position. We're going to add a little shoulder loop to it. So as you're letting the heart drop, you can then loop your shoulders up to your ears and then back, and then spread your shoulder blades. Big circular movements. If you're pushing too hard, it's going to be very difficult to get the heart to drop. So find that balance of effort. Where there's stability, there's effort, but not too much. And then move into a toe squat, sitting back onto your heels. Gently press the backs of the hands into each other. Half circles with the wrists. Big stretch through the toes. And then come back to table. Feet about hip width. Spread your shoulder blades and then lift the knees off of the floor, tucking the toes under. And then as you turn the hips out a little bit more, explore exhaling to push your hips back, downward frog. Inhale to come forward, shoulders over wrists. And repeat that a few times. You might find the quadriceps working really hard in this movement. It's really great core stability. Good. And then move into ragdoll. So you can root the heels into the earth, bend your knees, and hold on to opposite elbows. Let your torso sway side to side. Feel free to close your eyes. Deep, slow breathing through the nose. And then bending your knees, very slowly roll up through your spine. Let go of the elbows, hang loose. And then we'll meet in mountain pose, and you can turn towards the side of the mat here, so there's lots of space. Now lean onto your left foot, and then bring your right leg back and way over to that left side. Point the foot, So you're going to bring that right foot over to the left.
I want to see where you're going with it.
And squeeze the right wrist and side bend, taking a few breaths.
You're going to have me do a curtsy squat, I'm out.
This is like my favorite move these days.
Where did you get this move?
I didn't create it, but it came to me in a vision.
Sure.
It was probably remembering something I saw you do while you were working out. Feel free to take okay, we'll come back to center and then do the other side. So take your left foot way over to the right. Try going onto the top of the left foot though, more like an upward dog, and then you can even slide it out further if you wish, bending more into the standing leg. And squeeze strong on the top wrist. Breathing up the side body. Great, then we'll slowly come back to center, letting go, and then bring the feet wide apart. Take the hands to the waist. Inhale to loop the shoulders up and back, lift the chin. Exhale, fold, reaching for the floor, hands shoulder width. Inhale, roll up halfway. Exhale, fold again. Repeat that a few times. Halfway up on the in-breath, and then folding with the quadriceps contracted on the exhale. And try to feel the weight evenly through both feet. Then go ahead and fold on your next exhale. We'll hang out for 5 breaths, keeping the feet equally rooted. Left to right, front to back, heel to ball of the foot. One more breath. Half lift on the inhalation. Pause on the exhale, turning the feet away from each other. Relax Skandasana. Bend your right leg, left leg straightening. Inhale to come across center, and exhale other side. Use the floor underneath your hands. So we're not out here to do the hardest one. We're waking up slowly. Make it relaxed. Pretty much anything goes as long as you don't do the hardest variation of it. So feel your way through these movements.
Spoken like a true yoga teacher in 2021.
And then bending into the left leg, pause. You can hang out there. You can press your arm against the inner leg as an option, reaching the top arm up. You might even add a little side bend, stretching more through the right side. A few more breaths. Exhale to relax the arms down. Inhale across center, and then switch. Bending right leg, left leg straightening. Lengthen left side body. On the exhale, look down. Inhale back to center, parallel feet. Now turn your right foot to the front of the mat and spin your left leg in, lowering the left knee, low lunge. You can take your yoga blocks, one on either side of you, underneath the hips, and we'll do a little vinyasa. So as you exhale, sit back, half split, straightening the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, moving into a low lunge. You can do this with your hands on the floor like Sophia, or you can use yoga props underneath your hands. Both ways are really good. Yeah, 2 more vinyasa. And then pause in the fold, keeping the leg fairly straight, and breathe. Think of keeping the right sitting bone heavy, turning the hip out a little. And then that can allow us to aim the left ribs towards that right knee. So it's a bit of a twist. Lengthening the right side of the spine and contracting the left side. Now as you inhale, bend the front knee again, come into a lunge. Exhale, pause there, bring the hands to the front of the right thigh, lifting your heart more. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, inhale to bend your front knee more, open the arms like wings. Exhale, keeping the knee bent, forearms together, slightly reverse the bend of the knee. Again, inhale, open up, squatting deep into your front leg. Exhale, reversing the movement, forearms together, spreading the shoulder blades. A few more vinyasa, feel your way through it. Main thing is your lower back feels good, and then secondary thing is looking for a stretch in the front of your left hip, in the hip flexors. And then forearms together, pause. Inhale to reach the arms up, bending your elbows, reach the hands below the neck, elbows in, and breathe. Strong in the core, pushing your hands towards the back of the mat. Pushing the elbows up. So you're invited to explore the range of motion in the shoulder. And then use your core to prevent going too far, so it stays out of the low back. And next exhale, let go, hands to floor. Inhale, high plank, move through a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga, you can lower your knees. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, left foot forward to low lunge. Fold the right edge over for padding. And then vinyasa, inhaling to lunge. Exhale to straighten the front leg and sit back, half split. And continue moving on your breath. Explore the movement. Remember, the blocks are options. Extra padding underneath the right knee is also an option. Find what feels right. And then straightening the front leg, we'll pause there. Think of the left sitting bone dropping, slightly turning the hip out, and then try adding a little twist from the core, right kidney to left knee. Lengthening left side of the body, contracting right side. And then moving into the lunge, bend your front knee. Good. Bring the hands to the front of the left thigh. You can stay there. Option 2, vinyasa, opening the arms on the in-breath, bend the front knee more. Exhale, reverse the movement, knee over ankle, forearms together. And continue. Inhaling to open up. And exhale, forearms together, spreading shoulder blades. Continue at your own pace, feel it out. And then forearms together, pubic bone lifts. From there, take an inhale to lift the arms higher and reach the hands below the neck, elbows close. And as you press the hands back, elbows up, training the range of motion for things like wheel and forearm stand. Strong in the core. If you're strong in the core, it's okay to arch your lower back. The main thing is that you're supporting it with muscle. Next exhale, release. Move through a vinyasa, plank on an inhalation, and then chaturanga on an exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Quadriceps strong. Toes spreading. You can even lift your toes and reach your heels down, aiming the heels into the earth. Lengthening into the back of the calf, the hamstrings. A few more breaths. On a slow inhale, lift your heels up. With an exhale, bend the knees and look to the thumbs. Jumper step. Inhale, half lift. Fold forward, exhale, head to knees. Inhale, lift the arms coming all the way up. and exhale to mountain. Again, inhale, lift the arms, saluting the sun. Exhale, fold, drawing a circle, hands down, look navel. Half lift, inhale, chaturanga dandasana, exhale, jumper step. Up dog, inhale, pull through. Down dog, exhale, and breathe. Take a few breaths to get settled and try engaging the core a bit more, looking towards the navel, drawing the front ribs into the spine. As you're breathing deeply here, notice the feeling of the breath. Maybe you can feel it in your lower back. Spinal wave. On your next exhale, curl forward into plank. You may take the feet a little further back first. Inhale, down dog, lifting the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin, curling through the vertebra. Inhale, lift the chin, hips back. And a few more, tucking the chin as you curl forward. Lift the chin as you move back to down dog. Level 2, exhale, plank to up dog, and then lift the chin. Inhale, down dog. A few more. The level 2 is a bit of a head trip because it's the opposite of what we usually do in sun salutes, and you're also keeping your abdomen strong even as you inhale back to down dog. Very useful skill. Huge transfer into back bending. So let's meet in down dog now. Take a free breath. On an inhale, lift the heels up, and with an exhale, bend your knees. Inhale to jump or step. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift the arms, rise up. Exhale, mountain pose. Hands to heart center, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose, lifting chin behind arms. Exhale, fold over, empty, look navel. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale, feet together. Lift your right leg on an inhale. Knee to the right shoulder on the exhale, rounding the back. And repeat, lift the leg, other shoulder on the exhale, twisting. And then one more of each, using the exhale to connect with the core. Step to high lunge on the exhale. Lift the arms on the inhalation. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, high lunge. Again, exhale, twisting to the right, hovering the back knee. And a few more vinyasas at your own pace. Think of really consciously contracting the glutes, pushing the left hip forward, drawing the right heel back. And then last one, twisting, pause. Inhale, left arm up, just like a reverse warrior, stretching the front of that left hip. Breathe. Take a few breaths. Contracting the abdomen as it lengthens again. On your next exhale, take the left hand down, right arm up. You can stay here. Option 2, outer edges of the feet. Option 3, pick up the right foot for Wild Thing, bringing the ball of the foot behind you, extending the hip more. Opening up. Back to down dog with the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step outside of the right hand. Lower your left knee. And then twist to the right. So this time there is the option to reach back for your foot, for the back foot. You can just pretend reaching for it as well. It also does the job. If you're catching the foot, you might kick out into your hand, turning the chest open, and then pull the foot in towards you. You can play with both ways. Exhale, release, and come onto your forearms. Pick up the left knee for gecko lunge, straightening the left leg. Root through the base of the toes. You could have your right foot aiming straight ahead to get more into the back of the thigh, or you can work into the outside of the hip by turning the foot out. It's up to you. And go forward and back, pushing off the base of the left foot, the base of the toes. All the while, the shoulder blades are spreading and the shoulders are drawing away from the ears. All right, then we'll go on to the hands, stepping back to a plank posture on the inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, feet together. With an inhale, lift left. Knee to left shoulder on the exhale, round your back. And again, lift. Other shoulder on the exhale, twisting. And one more of each. Curling in from the core. Stronger in the upper palm as you go forward. You can also grip with the fingertips as you go forward. And one more lift. Exhale, step to high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Twisting to the left on the exhale, bend the back knee to hover. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms. Exhale, twist and hover. And continue. A few more vinyasas. Think of the legs as a pair of scissors trying to close. That's my favorite cue. It's like you're drawing back through the left heel to draw back through the left hip. And then twist and pause. Reach the right arm up, lengthening right side body from the hip flexors all the way through the lateral line. And breathe. Strong in the glutes. Next exhale, plant the right hand down under the shoulder, left arm up, either lunging. Option 2, go on the outer edges of the feet. Option 3, pick up the foot and bring it behind you for Wild Thing. Opening up, keeping the glute awareness and core awareness. And so it's okay to have a natural curve in your back. That's part of a great back bending practice. And then back to center, lifting the leg up. As you exhale, step outside of the left hand, lower your right knee, and then twist to the left. So that left hand can reach back, hang out in free space, or catch the foot, where you're invited to either pull the foot in towards you or kick the foot out into your hand. And we're trying to find a blend of those two special effects. Turning the chest open. Exhale to release for gecko. Bring the forearms to the floor. And pushing into the base of the right toes, straighten the right leg, lifting the knee. And you're welcome to go forward and back there. Working the arch of the back foot. And then take the hands to the floor, stepping back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, laying onto the belly, legs together. Shalabhasana, arms out like wings. Inhale to lift the arms away from the floor, lift the legs, and strongly squeeze them together. And breathe. Interlace the fingers behind the back, squeezing shoulder blades. 5 more breath. Strongly squeezing the inner thigh muscles. Try to straighten the legs as they lift. And exhale, let go. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lay down onto the belly. Bring your right arm out to the side, planting the palm, and then roll over onto that right shoulder, keeping the elbow bent about 90. You can also bring the left foot behind you, bending the left knee, helping to steer the heart open. Inhale back to center, take the left arm out, and exhale, roll over, planting left palm, retracting the shoulder blades. Then inhale back to center. Hands-free bow pose, heels together, bend your knees with the heels touching, knees wide, and lift everything up. So strong in the upper back, working the cactus arms, strong in the glutes. Try to lift your knees. 3 more breaths. And exhale down, vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then bow pose, Dhanurasana. So you're welcome to place a blanket underneath your pelvis. Here you go, darling. It's worth taking the time to set it up for your comfort. And then same principles. We'll lay down. You can have your knees slightly apart, heels touching. Exhale to catch the outsides of the ankles. Kick back to lift everything up. Open through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades while spinning the arms in. All the while, kick back through the legs, lifting the knees a little. Be where it feels right. Exhale to let go. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees to the floor. Camel pose, Ustrasana. So legs are parallel, hands by the sacrum. Inhale to loop the shoulders up and back, lifting the heart. Slowly release the head back. Option 2, exhale to catch the heels. And breathe. And with core strength, inhale to come up. Exhale, release the pose, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And we'll lower the knees to the floor, coming onto the forearms for dolphin. Bring your feet together and lift the right leg up as you lift the hips. So dynamically lift the right leg and then lower it, rocking onto the tip of the left toes. Then do the same with the left leg. Lift the left leg and lower it, rocking onto tips of right toes, or you might get some air time. And then take a short rest, relax your shoulders, and then we'll do the second stage in a moment. So you're welcome to set up just in front of a wall. And so you'd set up with your hands closest to the wall, elbows away from the wall. So it's behind you when you kick up.
Sorry, what?
Oh, you're all good. Yeah, it's perfect. So hands closest to the wall, that's it. And then lift the hips, same as before, feet together. Swing your right leg up, rocking on a tip of the left toes. A little more swing to bring the heel all the way to the wall. Only the heel touches the wall. So you can use the legs like scissors to help with the balance. As you get more comfortable with the pose, you might gradually bring the legs together. But the important thing is, if your legs are together, you no longer use the wall. If you're going to touch the wall, only one foot on the wall, one leg off. This way you can still cultivate a stacked line from the elbow through the spine, through the pelvis. And the legs work as a balance beam. And when you're finished, you can rest in child's pose. And let's do a few relaxed forward folds and then Shavasana. So you can set your mat up again. And you're welcome to take a vinyasa, and we'll meet in a seated position. Bring the legs out in front, Paschimottanasana. With an inhale, lift the heart and lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach for the feet. Again, inhale, re-lift the heart. Exhale, folding over and breathe. If you're quite flexible, you might use a yoga block around your feet like Sophia's showing, holding onto the block and gently pulling it in towards you. There's also the option to hold the wrist around the foot, binding. And then inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, lay down onto the back, shoulder stand. So you can move the hips forward. Take a breath in to prepare, bending the knees. With an exhale, swing the legs up. Modification is putting a yoga block underneath the sacrum, underneath the hips, or creating more of a V shape between the belly and the legs. In the full form, use more and more core strength and glute strength to lift the legs high to the sky. Gaze up to the toes, head centered. Try bringing one leg to plow pose, other leg stays up, and then switch. Take your time, don't force it, go slow with control. It's not about getting to the floor, it's about moving in that general direction. Continue alternating legs. This is really good training for your forearm stand as well. And then we'll take both feet to plow pose. If you prefer to modify an happy baby on your back, that's fine as well. Otherwise, keep the legs together straight, inviting a stretch through the back of the spine. And then you're welcome to go into ear pressure pose for those of you in plow. Feel free to modify laying on your back in happy baby. And then we'll meet laying on our backs. Bend your knees with the feet on the floor. Spread the arms like wings. As you move your pelvis to the right side of the mat, lift your right foot, setting up a spinal twist. So right foot outside of the left thigh. Exhaling, lower your legs over to the left and turn to look over the right shoulder. Deep breath into the belly. Deep release through the hips and spine. And then back to center. And we'll switch sides. Take your time. Moving the pelvis to the left, bring the left ankle across. Long exhale, lowering to the right side. And breathe. I welcome you to close your eyes. Continue to breathe slowly. And take a moment for deep gratitude. And then slowly come back to center. Give yourself a big hug, drawing the knees into the chest. You're welcome to bow your head to your knees as well, fully rounding the spine again. And then let go into relaxation or supported fish with one block between the shoulder blades and another at the back of the head. Who can resist a good supported fish? Different ways to use the block, so really any height is good as long as your head is supported and your heart is supported. And relax, let go. Let yourself be supported by your practice. There's an old passage in the Yoga Sutra that says when people practice ahimsa, or you could say compassion or nonviolence really well, animals are drawn to them and forget their hostility. That's why we keep this little one around. Keeps tabs on us. Hey? Either that or she's hungry. Thank you very, very much for practicing with us. Take as long of a rest as you can, and we hope to see you on the mat soon. We'll let you enjoy your relaxation and peace. Thank you. Hope you felt something in your practice that was really sweet that you can bring into the rest of your day for the benefit of everybody else. Peace, everybody. Let's go eat, eh, Katrin?